This next artist is also from Brooklyn, New York. His top one song is "I Train," with many features on that song. That is his most popular song, which to date, and I think that is saying a lot. This artist is Joey Badass. Now, uh, I think this will be my first time covering Joey Badass on a song, but I think he portrays himself to be an independent artist, which I think is a great way to separate yourself from the major labels today. However, at one point, I believe he was signed to Columbia Records, which a lot of artists are assigned to Columbia Records. He is also a singer, an actor, and a singer, a rapper, and an actor. Um, he is the pro. He has another label called Pro Era, which should be signed to Columbia because Columbia is the bigger business, and then they have like anyway. We're gonna talk about his new single called "Where I Belong," and this is a song I don't think many people want to miss because we hear Joey, Mr. Badass, take his lyricism to to heights we don't normally hear from normal artists. He's really he's broken the mainstream, but he's still kind of underground to a lot of people. So I think this shows that you can still be mainstream and still be underground and still be a great artist. That once you break the mainstream doesn't mean you're a great artist. Um, but it's all about how you keep your name in the cycle of music, because music is always changing. So Joey Badass, I belong. We'll see, real quick. We're gonna see if we have any sponsors, and then we'll get right into it.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
So Joey Badass starts off his song with on the I'm back on the set. I never left. I never left. Because when he comes back, he is very lyrical, and this is from a learning experience that we get. I'm taking steps to be the best. They'll lay me to rest. As in, I'm gonna keep rapping until I end up on my deathbed or cremated. And I know that's a dark topic or dark situation, but I'm a rap because it's something I grew up upon. I'm not really about to. It's a weird thing. He says, "I used to drive my mother's bucket, riding around fronting on a bunch of avenues. 34 building 3400. I gave I gave it all or nothing, right? So this line is it's a weird thing because bucket people are like what do you mean by bucket? Bucket is like an old Chevy or an older car. Well, what it really basically means is a car. I think you can put the contact clues together and realize it's a car. But bucket is an older term, especially northern, like in New York. You hear, hey, what bucket are you driving? It's not as common anymore. Depending on how far you leave New York, it's not really that common. But that's what he was saying. Bucket just meant car. He gave it all or nothing. Now my bank is busting, which a lot of rappers do end up doing. They fully go into rap and try to make it off of nothing, or give it every chance they have to make it kind of into like bring mainstream, make money. And Joey has done it. Joey Badass has done it. musically, I think he's done it. He doesn't have to put out constant stuff, but when he does, I think it does good numbers when they buy it or if they stream it. I think it does equally well. I'm living pushing new crib costs $1 million plus, which I'm happy for that because I think that artists should kind of move and kind of be protected when they reach $1 million or when their net worth is more than $1 million, half of a million. You should be able to just get away from that because we've had a lot of rappers die. So when he says his new crib cost $1 million plus, I'm happy that hopefully it's heavily protected. six figures on each art piece that's hanging up, which is weird because art value doesn't like decrease like cars. It doesn't deplete. It art always goes up, even if it's a story behind it. It always goes up. It never goes down. It's rare if it goes down. It's rare, but I still see people spending on the obvious things. You flexing and just waiting to recoup everything because you're flexing your advance from your label or you're really just flexing the money that the advance you're getting and flexing it on anything. It could be cars, it could be besides what it should really be on like features or doing it back to yourself. Because Frank Ocean did something amazing with his advance, but in his albums, well, that's another album for another day. But that's what he says. Now you think I'm flexing now? I'm just re-up, and it's a weird thing to hear because when Drake, Cole, Kendrick, Joey Badass, when they came up, it was like you don't want to flex too much. Like you don't want to flex too much. You still want to be relatable, but you still want to be able to know that you can flex. And he says, I just want to be able to run it up to when I die, I want to still be known as a good rapper. Like X, it's a weird thing where I think it's a weird thing. He said, the Lord, please have mercy on my soul. Right? Because I do want to, because of the stuff I've done, like Hollow Tips and stuff like that. And I think that is a kind of a good message. It's kind of good, but he also says I carry clips and stuff like that, and I think he just means the security where they just carry extra ammunition or whatever they need because wherever they're going, you never know when you get in those situations. It could always be bad. He says, trying to keep my thoughts together. Say I pray every day, hoping it all gets better. Like I talk to God a lot. This is an open verse letter, and I think it rhymes perfectly well to me, and I do like it. It has a message behind it. But he's just saying that I pray so often that these words that I'm speaking right now, just consider these my open message. A message from me or from God, or just a message of me speaking to God through this music. That's the point that I think, even if you're religious or you're not religious, that line right there of that connection with something, or that connection of just deep down desire, is just keeping it together and just believing in something. But this is like keeping my thoughts together, and I think that is one of the most clever verses I've ever heard in the last couple years. But it's so clever. I know that nothing really lasts, which is a great line to add to that, But never focus on the presence. I know my presence is a gift. So overall, like this song it has a lot to unpack. Like, the verses where people used to say you couldn't be in this room if, and this goes to confidence. Like you got to have this confidence you should be this confident as an artist in the craft that you're making. That every time somebody sees you, it's a gift that they're in your presence. Now, I don't say don't be egotistical when you do it, but understand that, understand where you came from, and so when he says that. He is happy that he's rich and he put his all into it. He says when he was younger, one of his cousins wrote him a verse, and ever since he'll never forget the person that wrote him that verse. I don't know if they're living or dead. He says, "I'll never I'll never know to leave a mic alone ever since. I've always been, always trying to be in front of a mic, trying to rap, trying to act. I've always trying to be in front of a mic. Not for the attention, but the way to express myself. Blowing up my mom's cell phone, leave a message at the tone. I'm getting my zone, so I felt alone of him trapping himself kind of in trying to get into the art of making music or acting or rapping or singing. Overall, I think this song has an amazing message. If you really want to listen to a song with a message, I like it. Now, by far, is this Joey's Badass's best work? That is debatable, but this is definitely a Joey Badass that I do think should deserve his credit for this song and be more recognized in the hip hop atmosphere, because he does bring more relatable stuff to hip hop. So, hope you enjoyed this episode, but overall, I'm gonna have to go with a strong 7.2 out of 10, just because Joey Badass is great. His delivery was great. The song, the beat, everything might be great. The music video might not be perfect, but that song is extremely tight and it has an amazing message. And I think, without a doubt, I have to give him his credit. So 7.2. Hope you enjoyed this episode, though.